also never had a coconut. No, I've never had a piece of coconut before.
Like, what do you mean you've never had a piece of
I've
coconut?
had coconut-flavored things, but I've
you've
never
had, like, the
I've
actual
never
coconut?
eaten coconut.
It's got a weird texture to it.
Yeah.
Like it's,
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, it's all right. Coconut's okay.
I like the coconut-flavored body armor.
Ugh.
But
That just, ugh.
Yeah.
As a drink, a coconut-flavored drink just, I don't know.
That's good.
That.
I mean, there's an
I
entire...
don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it
Maybe
either.
it's just me. I hate orange, like fake orange flavored things.
Fake orange flavored things, terrible. You're right.
Horrible.
Even Gatorade?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Really?
I'll drink it if I have to, but I'm not going out of my way to get it.
It tastes like Tang. Orange Gatorade tastes like Tang.
Really?
Tang.
That's
tastes-
Tang
harsh.
used to be good back in the day.
Yeah, back when like Space Tang, that was good.
Yeah, with the orangutan on the front.
How freaky do you get with Gatorade flavors? Like, are you like all the way out there? I'm an originalist when it comes to Gatorade. For me, it's fruit punch, lemon lime, orange. Those are the only ones that I drink.
The Arctic Blues are good.
Grape. All the grape
blue is
flavored
so
ones.
Good. The blue
Yeah.
with the little,
The
little
blue's the
nipple
best.
top.
The glacier blue, the one that has the berry flavor, not for me, Clive. But all like the one that's just like glacier blue or whatever. I don't even know what that is. It's just
Yeah,
light blue.
it's like Riptide Rush, which is like the purple one.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
Really purple?
Yeah.
No, I'm not drinking anything that's
No,
purple.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I submit to you, of all the things that are artificial, supposed to taste like something else, grape is the flavor where artificial tastes better than actual grapes.
100%.
Oh, it's so bad. Are you
100%.
kidding me?
What?
No, I'm with Amin.
No,
I
I'm in
think
the
Fanta
complete
grape
opposite.
soda is
Oh
one of the
my
most
God.
underrated drinks going.
Oh my God! Oh, grape
Yeah.
soda! Woo! Put it in me. Oh no, I'm telling you, it's everything else. The artificial doesn't taste anywhere near as good as the like. I'd rather have a real orange than artificial orange. I'd rather have real cherries than artificial cherry. I'd rather have real strawberries than artificial strawberry for sure. But grape, I'd rather have artificial grape than actual grape.
Great. It's a great take.
What about wine? That's grapes.
The grape take.
Okay, so I saw this TikTok. It had like 400,000 likes. And it was this guy who said that he mixed cranberry Mike's Hard Lemonade with cucumber lime Gatorade. And the flavor was like something that he couldn't describe. And then this other guy tried it and he tasted it and he was like, my brain can't process this flavor. And so I think we should all try it. Maybe tomorrow someone bring in the Gatorade, someone bring in the Mike's Hard. I haven't had a Mike's Hard in like 12 years, but we could probably find one.
Cucumber lime Gatorade?
I need to know what it tastes like now.
Wait, where does one find cucumber lime Gatorade?
That might be the hard part.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
good
Publix
God.
maybe.
Publix?
Yeah, maybe.
But like
Target?
no, but Publix says I don't find that their like selection of Gatorade is that vast. Where like I could find a cucumber
lime
I feel
does
like
not
that's
sound like-
specific.
that
I
sounds
feel
like-
It's like the rain one. You remember how Gatorade came out with rain and we were like, what is this?
It was
Just diluted
clear.
Gatorade.
Yeah, it was like a Gatorade with water in it.
I love how hard Gatorade has
Low
tried.
battery Gatorade.
I love how hard Gatorade has tried down the years to like reinvent drinking Gatorade. They always have a new product.
G2?
And right. Well, and then there was the one that was like, here's the prep Gatorade, here's the Gatorade while you perform, and then here's the Gatorade for after you've performed. And it's a whole system of Gatorade. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's just
I'm
getting you
sorry.
to buy more Gatorade.
I'm sorry, lads. I just want lemon lime.
Gatorade
That's all I
gummies.
want. I just want lemon lime.
I want lemon lime in the glass bottle. You remember the glass bottle? Stugotz.
don't-
Really?
It's a
I
twist off.
Bottle?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had.
No?
My blood consists of 30% lemon lime Gatorade, and I don't think I've ever had it in a glass bottle.
Oh, glass bottle was a time.
The can,
I like the
is
can.
fantastic.
The can is hospital
very
drinks. No, that's
No,
when
it's
you're at
good.
the hospital you get that.
good. It's great taste. It's a great taste. They started to bring some of those in because of the pandemic. So at like Hard Rock Stadium, you would go and the Gatorade on offer was canned Gatorade, and it was wonderful. It's a great taste because the
Gatorade out of a can, no. Gatorade
No,
out
it
of a
is.
bottle.
Out of
Bottle.
a can. I'm drinking coffee out of a can this morning.
Disgusting.
Can
It's
it?
like water out of a box. I mean,
Horrible.
Water out of a box is fine.
No, it's not.
no, it's bad.
No, it's
Cardboard
bad.
taste.
Rather
Yeah.
drink it out of plastic.
I would rather drink it out of plastic. Yes, of course.
By the way, I have that top 5 list anytime you guys are
ooh,
ready.
Amin's
Really?
top 5 pungent flavors.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
Ready?
Yes, please
Yes.
do.
Okay, here we go. Number 5, sourdough.
Oh, what are we doing here?
All right, we're off to a terrible start.
So sour. It's so sour.
What?
Sourdough bread?
Sour.
I don't ever taste the sour in sourdough
What?
bread. I know it has a
Do you have
different.
COVID?
It has a different flavor profile, but it's not sour. It's not like eating
sour.
sour Skittles.
It tastes sour. It tastes like eating a lemon.
It's not like sucking on a warhead.
It's exactly what it's like. Number 4.
Oh, Warheads.
Warheads. Wow.
Do you guys remember when like your parents or like whoever, like the older kids at school would tell you that if you sucked on like the black warhead, it would like burn a hole through your tongue or something?
Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of tall tales about warheads, and I lean into the sour flavor. I love sour tasting things. I could eat a pack of sour Skittles every day.
Number 4, cardboard.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
You were off on the sourdough, but cardboard, I'm with
He's
you.
on to the cardboard, yeah.
Like if it's in cardboard, you just taste the cardboard.
Wait. So like pizza in a cardboard box, you taste the cardboard?
No, without like water, for instance. Water in
Oh.
a cardboard.
When does that ever happen?
Water in cardboard.
Water in cardboard.
The water in a box we were just talking about a second ago. Number 3, raw onions.
Everyone's saying raw onions.
Yeah,
I
look,
mean,
it's you know why raw onions
Powerful.
for 2 reasons. One, it's so strong as far as the taste, but also the texture. Blah. I don't like the biting into a raw onion with that crunch. It's just weird. Don't like it. Number 2, Christmas. And number 1, and I can't believe neither of you guys, or all 3 of you guys missed this one, curry. Curry
That's a great
is
call.
so overwhelming.
That's a great call.
And
So
it's
vague though.
no, it's not
not
the
that
So
vague.
many
That's
types
not
of
vague.
curry.
no, the curry powder, like the thing with like you might. There's so many things you make with curry, yes, but curry itself has that unmistakable smell and taste, and you can't shake it. You can't shake it.
these are horrible lists, all 3 of them.
Well,
I mean,
where's your list?
Yeah.
Tony's
All right,
is
I'll come
better
up with
than
a
mine.
list.
I'll
I'll
make
come
a
up with a
list of
list.
the
Thank
list. We need 2 more people to give lists, and then I'll rank the top 5 lists.
Oh wow, I like that.
Wait, so you're gonna rank the top 5 list of the list given today?
I'm already number
Yes,
5.
so I need a pungent list from you, Stugotz, and one from Roy or Billy.
Okay, I'm working on it right now. I actually am working on it right now.
Okay, all right.
I do want to discuss.
You do that.
Which means someone else needs to talk for a
Which means
second.
you're
because-
definitely not working.
No, this will take me 3 minutes to put together, and I promise you, my list will blow away. It will be your number 1 top 5 list of the day, Jess. Okay.
We'll see about that, Stugotz.
All right, I gotta Google.
All right.
pungent
Okay, but
foods.
while you
And
type,
the definition of pungent.
can you mute your Zoom mic while you type, because you've led the league in typing into your Zoom today.
Stugotz's sausage fingers just pounding on the keyboard. We can hear it from Miami.
Sausage pounding.
The unmistakable. Huh?
Hell yeah.
The unmistakable sound of Stugotz typing over the course of today's show. Amin, how was your breakfast flan?
Oh, it was tremendous. I sang the Breakfast Flan song as Jack Palance on my Instagram. You should go check that out. Breakfast Flan. Where can I find another breakfast like that? Where?
Still just
I'm
sounds
not
like
sure
you.
if I know who that is.
Have you never seen Tango and Cash?
You don't know who
You don't
it
know who
is.
Jack Palance
I
is. I assure
only
you.
know of Tango and Cash from this show, from all the conversations about it on this show.
How about City Slickers?
Oh, yeah. Is it?
No,
What about City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold?
no.
Phobe.
What?
Terrible movie.
So there are 2 movies on Jack Palance's filmography on Rotten Tomatoes that were made past the year 2000. So we're not off to a great start.
I see that he's in Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1974. That's the first thing that comes up when I Googled him.
Just called him Bram Stoker.
Hubba hubba.
I think I found something out in my research.
It's also a fine.
Wow. Efficient use of the mute function there, Stugotz. Well done.
Let's see here. So, no, there's got to be a movie that just...
No,
Thank you.
I really don't think there is one. I don't think there's a movie in here. The original Batman from 1989.
There you go. You've seen that one, right, Jess?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
You've never
Yeah.
seen Michael Keaton Batman?
No.
How about Treasure Island?
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. I don't
Island.
I don't
read
think
the book.
I don't think Jessica has seen a movie with Jack Palance in it.
That's
Read the
amazing.
book.
Tony, why are you
Guys,
being
I just
dismissive of
don't.
books?
I don't watch movies as much as you
Yeah.
do. I mean, I watched actually a movie for the first time in like months 2 days ago while I was trying to take a nap.
What'd you
What
watch?
movie?
It was a recent one. It was the trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh,
the Sorkin picture.
It's not that recent though. I think.
That was like,
It's from like 2021 or 2020.
was it? I thought it was pre-pandemic. Maybe
Yeah.
I think it was
No.
mid-pandemic. I remember that movie coming out and be like, oh, new
I think it was a
entertainment.
streaming release during the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But I
It
don't
was-
know,
it was
I
on
could be
Netflix.
wrong. Sacha Baron Cohen was in it though, and Jeremy Strong.
Yeah.
It was actually better
Yeah.
than I was expecting.
I mean, but Jess, you don't watch movies at all. Not go to the movies. You don't watch movies. Like you never turn on like Hulu or Amazon Prime and say, "Yo, let me watch a movie."
No, these days, I mean, I watch a shit ton of TV. Like, I watch so much TV. But these days, no. I only will watch a movie if it's something that, like, my friends are talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, that sounds good. I feel like I have a high standard for movies. And so I just, if I know something's not great, I usually just don't watch it.
There was a bit of a small trade made in the NBA just now.
Breaking news?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me get the breaking news sound.
I mean, it's not that much
RV
of a breaking.
exclusive?
Yeah, I got these. Woj says that Washington is finalizing a trade to acquire Denver's Will Barton for Monte Morris for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Ish Smith. This will be Ish Smith's 13th team.
What?
I'm seeing the same story, but from Shams Charania. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
So
Shams
did,
with the
did
report,
one
yeah.
beat one by 41 seconds, and we have to. Aren't you blocked by Woj?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
No, it's the other way around. He blocked Woj.
I don't block anybody. I think I find it a childish.
Will
endeavor.
block.
Will block. What a callback.
Oh, Roy, it is his 13th team.
Will
Ish
Barton.
Smith.
Will Barton is.
Why are you surprised by that with Ish Smith? Of course,
I mean,
he's
that's
He's Ish
extraordinary.
Smith.
I know, but like
He's good,
13
come on.
teams.
He-
The guy's
his
13.
his career started in 2010. He's
Right.
had more teams than years in the league.
He is the epitome of good enough to want, not good enough to keep.
Huh.
Mr. Right now.
Rental player.
He's
Yeah.
played for Detroit, Washington, Philly, Phoenix, Orlando, Charlotte, OKC, Houston, the Pelicans, Milwaukee, Memphis, Golden State. Where's he going now, Roy?
Denver.
Washington.
Washington.
No, he's going to Denver. He's
Going to Denver.
Oh, going to Denver.
All
I'm sorry,
so
going to
add-
Denver.
So add Denver in there.
Yep.
I have my list ready, by the way.
Oh, wow. Very exciting.
Yes.
Quick
I told
work.
you it would take me a minute here, and it's better than any other list that's been given today. I promise you that.
Let's
Okay,
see.
someone put garlic on their list. Who does that? I
Witty,
mean,
yeah.
seriously.
You don't think garlic is a pungent flavor?
No, I think it is a pungent, but it's a pungent, delightful flavor. I love garlic.
Did I
want garlic.
I say that the list was pungent, shitty flavors? I just said it was pungent flavors.
I think we started by saying there are certain things that you will put on a sandwich that will ruin said sandwich. It will take something delicious, and the taste is so overwhelming that it ruins the thing that you actually wanted, you know?
Witty, are you okay? Do we need to do therapy again today?
What's happening today?
Yeah, G. Lewis Gill
Dr.
is
Gill. Dr. Gill. Office hours.
It went really well yesterday, so.
in. Yeah, we should do it again.
I heard yesterday's show was a big hit.
I love how Chris thought that because Billy is using this soft voice as a therapist saying, "Oh, tell us what makes you happy." Chris thought that meant he should talk in the same voice back.
It also felt like, and obviously it wasn't real therapy, but it made me wonder if Chris thinks that when you go to therapy, you just need to make things up to make the therapist happy.
You have to
Absolutely.
have something, though. You do, don't
yeah,
you?
you do.
But
I
you
mean,
usually,
what?
but like you don't,
You-
but you
no,
don't have
Billy, if
anything.
you're going to therapy, you better bring something to
That's
therapy.
true.
You
You
have
don't
to.
go up and-
Put it
That
on the
is-
poll. If you're going to therapy, you have to bring something to
You have
therapy.
to bring something
Okay?
to
That is false.
What do you mean?
So you guys are going to therapy and you're like, I don't really have anything. Let me
Yeah.
just make some stuff
Yeah,
up.
got
right.
material.
An
You
hour
need to have
beforehand, you're like, I
material.
have
You
some
gotta force
material.
it. I mean,
What?
You need to come to the therapist with material.
Do you like
Yes.
workshop it beforehand? Like you're in the back of the
Could.
kitchen, yeah, and the
No, what
therapist
always
talks?
happens to me is I come into therapy and I'm heated. I'm like ready to talk some shit, and then I sit down and I'm like, actually, I had a really good weekend.
you're driving there like today's the day I'm going to
I'm like,
unleash some
I'm
shit.
about to go
right?
off.
Right.
My
And then you
therapist
get
hates
there
you
and you
guys.
clam up. I mean, but Billy, if you don't bring anything to the therapist, it turns out to be a staring game. It's
Oh,
like
I have
you-
plenty. Don't worry. I have my.
No, I know
my
you do.
Yeah.
I know.
She's not a
Who is
fan of
Gil's
yours.
therapist when
Yeah.
he needs to talk.
Isn't it the therapist's job to pull it out of you though? Like you shouldn't have to be.
Yeah, you gotta help him though. You gotta help him.
Yeah, you gotta help him out.
I mean,
No, Amin likes to make the therapist work. I
yeah,
understand.
earn your
Right.
keep.
Earn that money down,
Yeah.
paying you.
Right.
So
Ask the
per
right
hour.
questions.
No, but
You and the therapist looking back and forth like P. Diddy and that guy where they're just like,
I will
Just
say
wait
on
until
the
somebody breaks.
I don't recommend bringing material to therapy. However, I mean, if you do wait for the therapist to get it out of you, you are wasting some of that time. Because if it takes like 9 minutes to get to the heart of what you want to talk about, you've only got 51 minutes left of your hour to really get stuck into it.
But okay, so essentially they're just there to listen to you bitch about your problems.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
I mean,
necessarily.
if you're signing up for therapy, you're signing up to discuss some sort of issue.
You're
with,
trying to
with someone
find
who's
the
an
root
expert.
cause of you know
Right.
why things make you feel a certain way.
I don't know, man.
There was one time that I was telling my therapist a story about something that happened like at work, like on the Le Batard Show, and I was like, "Sorry, this probably sounds crazy," and she's like, "You know, I hear a lot of crazy things, but you're right. This is actually pretty crazy."
Wait, you're already
I
there?
was like trying to explain a scenario with like all night. I was like, "Oh God, I don't know where to begin. Never mind, forget
Start
it.
with
I'm
Billy.
fine."
But it took you like a year to mention the show to the therapist? Like,
Oh,
Roy,
try
when was the
5
first
minutes,
time you
God.
mentioned the show to a therapist?
I don't go to therapy.
Oh,
I don't
I
I
keep it
did.
inside. I keep it
How have you
inside.
survived?
I don't know, Billy. It's a miracle.
Woody's right though. Time is money. You got to kind of just blurt it all out in the first 30 seconds, or else it's like a waste of $50.
Yeah, but what if you don't have anything? Like, you're not certain you should be in therapy.
That's
You
where
don't
the
know
material
if you
comes
want
Those
in.
are the best
Right.
days, Stugotz, because then you can just kind of like talk about whatever.
What do you guys
I
talk
don't
about?
schedule those days. I'm like, I want to get my money's worth. Like, it's okay. I'll see you next week.
Those are the days that you can unpack the childhood trauma. You like don't have to think about what you have to say from that week. You can go all the way back to like when you were 6.
Right. I do feel like if you have nothing for the therapist, you have to bring something, whether it's real or not, to the therapist. I am otherwise.
Oh
what the
no,
hell are you
Stugotz,
doing
you're
there?
telling
No.
lies. You're telling lies to the therapist. You're like
Real
making
or
up some
not?
tall tale about something that happened to you that was traumatic.
Well, why am I in therapy then?
Imagine
if I'm not
being
bringing.
Stugotz's therapist.
Oh my God! I mean, listen. There's only so much I can talk about, Dan. I mean,
Your therapist needs a therapist.
before I shift the mic. I mean,
I like the idea of Stu walking to therapy, but it's like weekend observations. He just has a list that he's reading. You're like, what about that airplane seat, huh?
Doc, the Knicks are back.
Therapy is brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories, available for delivery.
This therapy session felt like hell. Speaking of hell,
I want that to become a finished product. Someone has me in therapy talking to my therapist with beeps as weekend observation.
Mike is there with the soundboard, just to punctuate each point.
Top 5 traumatic moments from my childhood.
At number
Then he
5,
died.
Getting pantsed in gym class. Number 4, Smitty died. Number 3, the New York Knicks.
number 2, Christmas.
Number 1.
Asking Ludacris
that's
about his
too
watch.
The death of Jerry
That's
Garcia.
it. That is it. Do you have the sound of me being hammered, asking Ludacris about his watch at Shaq's birthday party? It's so
Oh, my God.
embarrassing.
that was a remote, right? You guys were
Number
live
1,
on location.
asking Michael Strahan about his divorce.
Oh, that was the worst. That's what happens when Dan leaves me to my own devices. Strahan yells at me. It was bad. That was the last remote Dan and I ever did. It was at Shaq's birthday party at the Hard Rock Hotel. It was at like midnight. I mean, and you know me. Like, first off, I can't stay up unless I've had at least 19 drinks. And so Ludacris came up. He was a guest. I came back to the radio booth, very professional of me at the time, double fisted with 2 Tanqueray tonics because the 7 I had before that was not enough. And well, this is what I sounded like talking.
How much does the watch cost, Ludacris? How much?
I don't know. I got it for free. That's a good question.
That's an
I'll have
indelicate
to check it
question,
out.
right? You don't ask a woman what she weighs, and you don't ask a hip hop star what his jewelry's worth, do you?
You
Why he
don't.
let me ask
You
the
just-
question.
You really don't.
I love how the entitlement drips out of you even in front of Ludacris. Let me ask the question.
Slurred out of
What
me.
was the first thing Stugotz said?
How much does the watch cost, Ludacris?
Been there.
Tell us
does the
the
watch
yeah.
cost, Ludacris?
Is that?
I did shots right after that.
I
Your
couldn't.
must have spelled crazy that day.
I couldn't fathom doing live radio, drinking that much. Like it would be unsettling to be that drunk.
Right. It was midnight. I mean,
But
That's true.
you're still meant
That
to.
doesn't matter.
It's not like people who are on the radio at midnight have license to like be slurring on the radio.
Why not?
Probably because your judgment would be so impaired that you might curse. That really is like the number one concern. Also, even like there's still truck drivers that are out on the road that need to be entertained at midnight.
That's not entertaining.
What?
Clip?
Someone slur? Yeah, I mean, like a 10-second clip of it is entertaining, but if someone talked like that on my radio for 3 hours, probably wouldn't listen to it for more than 5 minutes.
but Whitty, if you're listening to the local radio at midnight and you're accustomed to hear Ed Kaplan giving out, like literally pouring through a box score of a baseball game, okay, one player at a time, and maybe you're sick of that one night because you're tired of Ed doing that, and then some other guy comes on, he is Ludacris on the air, and he's slurring his speech. I mean, that's far more entertaining, is it not? That's what you expect at midnight.
Midnights were for Delilah.
Ooh,
That's what
great
I
shout! Great shout! Some
No idea what you're talking
some
about.
read out love letters.
Yeah.
Nice
You
soothing
guys don't
voice.
know Delilah? I mean, you
No,
don't
what's
know
Delilah? What's Delilah?
Delilah was
Either
always
Delilah?
like someone who was there like to kind of repair, not a therapist, but
Kind of
sort
like the
a
Quiet
therapist.
Storm.
Plain white tees.
Like Delilah was there to kind of
Two
like
Americas.
repair broken hearts. Like you'd write to Delilah and you're like, Delilah, I'm going through a really rough time with blah 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 XYZ. Like, can you please help me out with this?
Like Dear Abby?
Yeah, kind of, but like a radio version.
Oh, okay. What happened to Abby?
She's right here.
Not that.
Hating that I'm doing this from home tonight.
Is Dear Abby dead? Does Dear Abby still exist? Is there a newspaper column
the
with Dear
column
Abby?
or the actual person?
Well, I mean, Abby was always nom de plume.
Really? No, it's a real person.
You think so?
Yeah, Dear Abby.
I think it was a real person under a pen name, but I think now it's
Written
not
by
like-
Abigail Van Buren. What are you guys talking about? I'm looking at a picture of her. And one of
Wait, but her real name was Pauline Phillips under the pen name Abigail Van
Nom de
Buren.
plume.
My dad objects to a pet monkey. Dear Abby, I'm 19 years old. Oh, no, I'm 10 years old. And my daddy said that when I saved enough money, I could buy anything I wanted with it. All my life, I have wanted a monkey. I have saved $14. I asked Daddy if I could buy a pet monkey, and he said no, because I wouldn't know how to take care of it. My mom is the fussy type. You know, everything has to be just so. Do you know anyone who has a pet monkey and can give me some advice? Signed, Wants a Monkey. Dear Wants, I've had 2 pet monkeys, David and Bathsheba. And although
Bullshit, Abby. Like, honestly, Abby has not had 2 pet monkeys. I'm sorry, I don't believe it.
What kind of
When does the monkey cost $14?
this is
what kind of vast life advice would you have to have in order to be like, funny you should ask about owning a monkey? I once did that. I've got some advice for you.
No, she's a topper. I had 2.
Right.
Oh, you want one? I had 2.
Wow, Dear Abby, a one-upper.
A classic one-upper.
Classic one-upper.
But you got to bring something to Dear Abby if you're going to write Dear Abby, and Dear Abby's got to bring something back to you. I mean, that's
Dear-
Right.
No,
Abby,
listen-
Abby can't write, sorry, never had a monkey, can't help you here.
No, but listen to this. She said, I've had 2 monkeys, David and Bathsheba. And although I love monkeys, your father is right. To quote my son, he was 4 at the time, monkeys should live with monkeys and people should live with people.
Segregation.
Great advice.
That's actually really great advice.
Really good advice.
Really?
Is it really?
I don't know. It sounds a little...
Yeah, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, I mean, come on. What are you doing there?
She's not with us, I don't believe.
No, but her
Three
daughter
Americas?
took over.
Yeah, but who brought her up in the first place?
Wait, hold on.
As if she was still with us, only because it's a $50 fine. That's the only reason I ask.
Hold on. Ask Ann Landers. Ann Landers was written by the twin sister of the one doing the Dear Abbeys.
the original Dear Abby, Pauline Phillips, is indeed no longer with us. She passed away at age 94 in 2013.
her twin sister Epi
Rest
was
in power.
Ask Ann Landers.
So to answer my question, is the Dear Abby column now dead? It has
It's not.
to be, right?
Her daughter took it on. Yeah.
Right.
It's continuing. Yeah. As
Okay.
Abby.
Interesting.
She assumed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should-
I
we-
have my
we-
list
we
here
all-
if you would
we-
like it, by the way.
We should all ask questions of Dear Abby and see if it gets printed in the newspaper.
You want to do it? How about Abby, my Abby, responds to your questions?
Ooh.
Oh, new segment. Dear Abby, starring Abby Wiener. I like this. I like this. Hold on.
Whitty,
Let's
what
workshop
would you
this.
ask Abby?
I know you like this.
Abby Stugotz's wife or Abby just generally?
Dear Abby, you're asking Dear
Like,
Abby.
Dear Abby.
Right.
I'd have to think about that. I mean, really, at the moment, it's mostly about just like, hey, Dear Abby, can you tell me where Stugotz is going to be tomorrow?
Signed what? A concerned producer? Dear Concerned.
What if you could ask my wife a question? What would the question be?
Where are you going to be tomorrow?
Well, I know your question. I know what you. By the way, I'll be in Foxborough for a dead show. I'll be back in a week or so.
Is that real? Are you
What?
really? You
What do you
really
mean?
going to Foxborough this weekend?
Perhaps we'll see.
Stugots, do you ever
God.
get tired of isn't it the same show every single time? Or are they
No,
they
the reason
play
I
a different
continue.
set.
Right, Smetty was at Wrigley Field. It was a fantastic show. I don't
Oh,
know
it
if she
was
went the
so
second
good.
night. Yeah, it was such a good show. But no, the reason I continue. I mean, I would not go to the same concert every night. If it was listen, if they were playing the same songs every night, there's no way I'd go.
So
I'd go when they show up in my backyard, right? But the fact that the Dead could play 8 consecutive nights and do 8 totally different concerts is what makes the Dead, and that's why I continue to go see them. And so there are certain songs, set lists, things that I've missed throughout the tour here that I quite frankly, I don't want to miss. And so that's what brings you back. It's like, hey, I didn't see China Rider yet. I got to go see it, you know?
But Stu, we definitely saw the best set of the last 2 weeks on Friday in Wrigley, right?
Yeah, Friday first set, yeah.
Friday for
how do you know?
Set too.
First and second set, I guess. It was a great concert.
How do you
What was that?
How do
One
you
in
know?
Indiana last night, not very good. Glad I didn't
Not
go
very
to that
good.
one.
I mean,
No,
there's a
no,
website
no.
called setlist.fm, which gives the
It's
set
on their
list
Instagram.
at every
They
single.
post it and they post the time that they come on stage and the time they come off the stage.
There's a website that gives every single artist's set list and every show that they do.
But I mean, that's what makes this band so special and so unique is that, especially back when Jerry was doing it, they would do 14 consecutive nights at Madison Square Garden, and you wouldn't hear the same song twice, not one time. 14 consecutive shows, and so that's why I love this band. So to answer your question, yes, Bethel Woods, New York, and Foxborough are places. I'm not saying I'm going yet. I'll have to ask Abby. But what I am telling you is that is something I am considering for this weekend. I am considering going to Woodstock to see the Dead and then going to see Foxborough. But it's 4th of July weekend. I mean, listen, Whitty, you don't care what I do on the weekends. You only care what I'm doing Monday through Thursday, right?
That's all I want to know.
All right. I mean, the weekends are mine, right?
Indeed, as they
You
are
hate me.
everyone's. Also, your 4th of July is yours. You may do whatever you wish.
Oh,
with
we're
your
off
4th of
Monday,
July.
right?
We're off Monday, indeed.
Yes. And we're headed out to Tahoe next week. I'm very excited about that.
Yo, so the show is going to be doing lots of Nevada type activities. You guys are going to be in Tahoe. I'm going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada for Vegas Summer League.
Nice.
Real excited for that, guys. I'm telling you, Summer League is my favorite thing on the NBA calendar all year long.
Well, why? Why is that?
Because
it's in Vegas?
Well, I mean, being in Vegas obviously helps a lot, but also, Stugotz, it's because everyone's there. It's like one-stop shop. Like you could go see all the legends who are there in the crowd. You see Larry Bird just walking around. You see Isaiah Thomas in line getting a hot dog. You see, you see Chris Mullen cutting it up in a corner. It's beautiful, right? And then you get to see these players who are going to be the stars of tomorrow. I've seen Giannis play in Summer League. I've seen Steph Curry play in Summer League. I've seen Linsanity happen at Summer League. He bested John Wall in a Summer League game, and people went nuts. And this is when no one had ever heard of him. So it's just a great kind of basketball meeting point. And you know what? For the fans, $40 all-day ticket. You go to as many games as you want, general admission. It's the best deal out there.
So we're going to Tahoe this year. It's our second year there, and I'm very excited for it. I think we're playing with Golic this time around. Now, I thought Whittingham, through our friend Nick, that I would be in the main tournament. I have been told that I'm doing exactly what I did last year, which is I am playing a single round, the practice round on Wednesday. What I am trying to do, and perhaps you can help, okay, is I am trying to play me and Golic 1v1. The winner plays into the weekend. The loser goes home. Now, trying to get that clear with NBC. I think our listeners would enjoy that. They could bet on it at DraftKings. But I'm struggling with NBC to get this clear, but I'm trying to make it happen.
Mike Golic works for NBC, so I feel like they probably want an NBC person. Does he not do shows with Pro Football Talk, Jess?
No, I don't think so.
I think he does a weekly hit.
Oh,
Well, hold on.
But so Stugotz the entire time with this Tahoe thing has been making promises and has been telling me things that he ends up not doing. So last week I showed up in the kitchen and you were telling Greg Cody that he was going to play with us, and then now I have to tell Greg Cody he's not going to be playing with us because he is not making the trip this year. You also said I'm going to try and get into the main tournament, and then when I ask our friend at NBC, is Stugotz going to be playing in the main tournament, he says no, because we have our field solidified. I don't run the tournament. A tournament director runs the tournament. So there's all kinds of things that Stugotz is trying to do that don't get done because they are, as they would say in Spanish, urinando fuera del tiesto.
Oh,
no, listen,
Greg
Cody.
Translation on that.
Greg Cody wants to play, and perhaps I did tell Greg Cody that he could play. In fact, he offered to pay his own way. That's how badly he wants to be there. And I'm okay with that if you can make it happen. But here is the job of the executive producer of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. I make promises that I can't deliver on, and then you break their hearts afterwards and explain to them, Whittingham, why they are not going. I just promise people everything. You have to then come in and tell them the truth.
Well, hold on.
Okay? That's how this dynamic works, right?
Stugotz, if you're going to play a round of golf, wouldn't you want it to be with someone that you don't know and could play a round of golf with at any time? Like, well, you can play with my goal. You can play with my goal anytime. You should go find someone like, oh, wow, this person who I'd never, ever get to do it.
There is actually somebody in the group that represents that. Last year, the celebrity Stugotz was paired with was Philip Bailey, the lead singer of Earth, Wind & Fire.
Yeah.
Delightful.
This year,
remember.
Yeah, lovely man. It's fantastic. This year, it is WWE wrestler The Miz.
Oh, The Miz. That's my buddy.
Really? I'm playing with The Miz?
Playing with The Miz.
Fun guy.
Billy, why are you so excited that I'm playing with The Miz?
The Miz is awesome. He was a guest on ESPN's #1 Challenge podcast. I like him. They're always pitching him for stupidity also. And I always said, Stugotz said next time. And every time it's like, well, Stugotz said next time. And they're like, well, you've told us this 6 times in a row. Is it next time yet? I'm like, Stugotz said next time. We got Jabba this week.
Let's get The Miz on next week, though, because I'm playing golf with him, okay? Let's get The Miz on. I'm trying to think of a game I can play with The Miz. Miz or Miz Knots?
Miz or Mizant?
Miz or Mizant. I have a list here on top 5. I also want to blast Freddie Freeman. What do you want me to get to first?
Oh, that fraud.
Let's do top 5 list first.
I wanted to blast Freddie Freeman. All right, top 5. What are the top 5 lists we're doing tonight? Because they've all been terrible.
Pungent Foods.
All right, number 5, wasabi. Pretty good, right?
It's a choice, though. It's not like you have a sandwich and they put wasabi in it.
Is wasabi a choice?
Yeah. You have to actively seek wasabi. It's always on the side, isn't it?
I've never had a food that came with the wasabi already on it. The wasabi's always on the side. You dip
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
It's my list. Number 4, ginger.
Naming a sushi plate here? Or?
Perhaps. Number 3, cayenne.
Oh, come on.
No?
It's a seasoning.
Yeah.
It's a seasoning. It's not a food.
And it's also not I don't know, it's not overwhelming like that. But go ahead. Continue.
All right, my list sucks. Number 2, cinnamon.
That's a good shout.
Okay.
Thank you. And number 1, peppercorn.
No.
So basically just pepper.
Number 1.
Yep.
It's the number 1 overwhelming pungent.
God.
Pungent? Do you think peppercorn is pungent?
I do think peppercorn is pungent, yes.
That's a terrible list.
It's not a great list.
Yeah, that might be the worst. That's worse than Woody's list.
Well, Jess will rank the list at the end.
We need one more, right? One more person has to submit theirs.
Who else has to go?
Does Roy or Billy want to submit a top 5 Pungent Foods list?
Sure, I got one.
All right, Roy's working on it.
Wow,
You have it at the
exciting.
ready?
I'm trying to decide what a number one should count, but I have it.
Okay, all right, let's go for it then. Roy.
Okay, number 5 is garlic. Number 4 is bell peppers.
They taste like water.
They don't taste like water. It does have a pungent taste to it. Number 3, green onion. More of a tie with, actually, I have my new number 1. But number 2 is Christmas.
I forgot Christmas.
And number 1 is shallots. Shallots replace vinegar.
Well, then wouldn't vinegar be number 2?
No, it doesn't count because it's not necessarily a food.
Roy, you stood on this platform saying that cucumbers, vinegar, and as a result, pickles are all horrible, awful, overwhelming. Oh, it makes everything taste like it. And when given the opportunity to have any one of those 3 on your list, you went 0 for 3. How's that possible?
Because I forgot. That's why I forgot.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Jess, do you want to rank the list right now, or do you need some time here?
I think I'm ready for the top 5. The top 5 list of top 5 lists for most pungent foods.
Should we
Number
save?
5.
Should we save this for later? I feel like.
All right, we'll do it in the
I feel like
post.
we should build some
tease.
TSL.
Little tease.
We should build some TSL. Stugotz, what do you got for Freddie Freeman?
What I have for Freddie Freeman is this guy is an absolute fraud. I am serious. Like Freddie Freeman, who was from L.A., okay, who grew up a Dodger fan. For Freddie Freeman to do what he just did over the weekend is patently absurd, okay?
Tell the people what he
Freddie
did.
Freeman was a free agent last year, his final year with the Braves. And Freddie Freeman decided that he wanted to go out to L.A. Why? Because, again, he's from L.A. Why? Because the Dodgers are really good. Why? Because the Dodgers offered more money than the Atlanta Braves. Why would Freddie Freeman, okay, not want to play for L.A.? They have the most money. They have the best team. They're competing for a World Series every year. I know Atlanta is as well. But for Freddie Freeman to make his return after signing with the Dodgers, and again, it was Freddie Freeman who signed with the Dodgers, nobody else. Not his representatives, not his agents, okay? For Freddie Freeman to come home to Atlanta for the first time since he's left, to receive the standing ovations that he received from the fan base in Atlanta because they fell in love with Freddie Freeman, and for him to fall for that, and the next move he makes is to fire his agent, okay? Like it was his agent's fault that he signed on the dotted line with the LA Dodgers. Give me a break. If I am a Braves fan, I'm reading right through that. If I'm a Dodger fan, I'm upset because what Freddie Freeman is now telling you is, hey, I never wanted to be out here in LA in the first place, even though I did, and I signed the contract. I wanted to stay in Atlanta because that's where I built my career. That's where I built my reputation. The fans out there care about baseball more than they do so in LA. I wanted to be a Brave for life. For him to say all those things after the fact and then not take any accountability, not blame himself, zero responsibility, he blames his agent. Listen, some of us have agents, and agents will negotiate for you. But at the end of the day, you have final say as to what it is you're going to do, how much money you're going to make, what city you're going to live in. That's not up to the agent. He doesn't get to sign the contracts for you. He only gets to negotiate what he or she thinks is the best deal for you. That's the agent's job. It is then your job to make a decision as to where you want to play. And Freddie Freeman decided that he wanted to play out in L.A. He decided that he no longer wanted to play in Atlanta. He decided that he wanted to play for the Dodgers. He goes home, he gets a couple of standing ovations, and what does he do? He fires his agent for something his agent didn't do. Freddie Freeman did it. His agent did his job. Freddie Freeman did not do his job by signing said contract if indeed he wanted to stay with the Atlanta Braves. He should be ashamed of himself. Don't blame your agent, blame yourself. And if I'm a Dodger fan, I start booing him. And I start booing him on this homestand because Freddie Freeman just slapped you in the face. And you know what he told you? Billy, you know what he told you. He said, I don't want to be here. I wanted to stay in Atlanta. I never wanted to play with Clayton Kershaw. I wanted to stay in Atlanta and be a Brave for life. Freddie Freeman should be ashamed. I'm serious here. It's not the agent's fault. It is Freddie Freeman's fault he's in L.A. The agent did his job.
Man, Abby must really be hating her life right now.
Yo, Stugotz just said basically it was the agent did his job. Freddie Freeman didn't do his job 500 times in a row there.
Right. Well, listen, you got to really hammer home the point of me when you're giving a hot take. So you got to say the same thing like 17 different ways, okay? Just throw in a different word, a different cadence, a different thing. But you have to reiterate your point and hammer home your point. That's how you do
put
it.
the hammer out of business. Yeah.
Exactly right. And Mad Dog.
Rest in power.
Yo, here's the thing. I thought we were going to talk about Freddie Freeman showing up to the press conference and then saying, I need a moment, and doing the whole walking and crying thing.
Well, that's
Crocodile tears.
Oh
Crocodile tears.
my God. I watched that and I said to myself, bigger fraud, Freddie Freeman or J.J. Watt? And I can't answer that question, Stugotz. I really don't know. I think he surpassed J.J. Watt.
Listen, I think you're probably right. I mean, J.J. Watt, my only issue with J.J. Watt is do it when the camera's not on. With Freddie Freeman, you are right. This whole dog and pony show the entire weekend in Atlanta. Oh, I care. I'm upset. I never wanted to leave here. I'm crying. You loved me. I loved you. Get the hell out of here. He's from L.A. He's a Dodger fan. He wanted to play for the Dodgers. And who does he blame? He blames his... Rather than stand up and say, hey, Braves fans,
I
gave you everything I had for a decade. I wanted to go home. I wanted to be a Dodger. What does he do? He fires his agent. Agent did nothing wrong. Agent actually got him more money than was offered from the team that he apparently loves. Did a terrible job.
Did the agent do his job?
Yeah, he did his job and did it well.
Freddie didn't.
Right, and Freddie did not. Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, you can make the argument Freddie did his job so well that he got multiple offers from the Braves, from the Dodgers, and other teams. But in terms of final decision making, that is Freddie Freeman's decision to make and no one else. And he clearly told you, hey, I want to play out there. I don't want to play for Atlanta. And he goes home to Atlanta and he puts on a whole dog and pony show. Get the hell out of here.
Dog and pony show.
It's not a dog and pony show?
No.
Well, you believe he still wants to be in Atlanta? Because if he still wanted to be in Atlanta, he would have signed with Atlanta. Why am I yelling at Roy?
Yeah, so why are you yelling at me?
That was a show just to get back in good graces of the Braves fans who may have had the ability to be upset with him for leaving for more money. The thing is that he forgets that he has Dodgers fans that he needs to be catering to now. And it's not Braves fans. And he was going to get that ovation probably anyway. Like there would have been like 3 or 4 Billy Gills there booing him for leaving for more money, right? For the most part, most of the people would have liked him. So he didn't need to go through all of that because now he's pissed off Dodgers fans. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm telling you, he's pissed off Dodgers fans and he's pissed off me. And I'm not a Dodger fan, but if I see Freddie Freeman, I'm going to boo Freddie Freeman because I do not believe that that was real. I don't believe it. I think Freddie Freeman wanted to have his cake and eat it too. He wanted to get his money and he still wanted to be beloved. And he played his cards wrong. And now he should be universally hated by everyone, by the Braves fans for betraying them and by the Dodgers fans for being an ingrate and not appreciating the money and the opportunity.
I'm with it. I'm with you, Billy. I think we should all boo Freddie Freeman. Every stadium he shows up to, especially Atlanta and Chavez Ravine, Dodgerville or whatever it's called.
Well, Braves fans love him. I mean, they gave him standing ovations.
No, they should boo him. They should boo him because Billy's right. He is just trying. You know what he was trying to do? He's trying to cut him off at the pass. Hey, you guys are going to boo me. Well, before you can boo me for leaving you guys high and dry despite us winning a World Series, let me just start crying in the press conference. Oh, it's so emotional. Give me a second to compose myself. And then when I get out there, like, oh, I wish I had never left. He let the groundwork there to bamboozle these people. Well, guess what? You thought the Atlanta fans were dumb and gullible. They're not. They listen to this show right here, and they know their eyes have been opened. Baseball Illuminati is coming soon, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
And when it drops, we will expose Freddie Freeman for the fraud he is. His name is Freddie Fraudman. His name is Frauddie Freeman. His name is Frauddie Fraudman.
And his name is the Fall Guy. I mean, how about that? I mean, it is unbelievable. And I don't want to hear about Matt Olson. I do not care. They signed Matt Olson 4 days before Freeman decided to go to L.A. You want to know why?
Why?
They saw the writing on the wall. They knew
was
Freeman
on
was
the
leaving to go to L.A., so they signed Matt Olson. What else are they supposed to do? That's what a responsible organization does. They sign your replacement because they see the writing on the wall. They sign your replacement before you actually leave. They forced his hand.
They cut him off.
Braves.
They cut him off at the
Bravo.
pass. He tried to cut off the fans at the pass, but guess what? He got cut off at the pass by the Braves a few months earlier whenever he signed that deal.
Bravos is
The
more
Bravos.
Like, yeah.
Frauddie Freeman was good.
Shout out to the chat.